All right, I got 5 NBA player props for you, each with an 80 to 100% hit rate. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going to get right to the picks. Before I get to the picks, though, we got to do a quick recap from yesterday's picks. And I ain't going to lie to you. I know most people, people always want to see green. And so do I. But man, yesterday was a damn red day. Ain't going to hold you. LeBron, no. Trey Jones, I couldn't find Trey Jones. I guess he didn't play. I didn't see him nowhere on the stat line, on the stat sheet. Hachimura, dud, nothing. These two right here, though, man, I can say they were hooks, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. Giannis ended up with 52 PRA, and then Halliburton ended up with, 28 points and assists. So it is what it is. It was a red day. I know we like to see green, but hey, I got to show you the red as well as the green. So yeah, you know we finna get back to this today, man. Ain't no way we doing that again. So all right, we're gonna get right to it. Go over here. All right, first we got Derrick Jones Jr. Over 9.5 PRA. Got him at a -130 favorite over on Bet 365. DraftKings got it at a -135. He got a 90% hit rate over his last 10 games, 80% hit rate over his last 5. And he's hitting at an 85% clip over 20 games, head-to-head 83%. And we can check the head-to-head tab out real quick. Okay, we got some nice, decent recents right here. 28 and 13 in his last two times he faced them. Let's check the last 20. Nice last 20. He's averaging 14 over his last 20, averaging 14 and a half over his last 10. He's going up against OKC. They're ranked second in points allowed, 21st in rebounds allowed, and 4th in assists allowed. And to the small forward position, they're ranked 25th in rebounds allowed. And so that's Derrick Jones Jr. over 9.5 PRA. And we could check pace factor. Pace is pretty even. So yeah, that's Derrick Jones Jr. over 9.5 PRA. We'll keep it moving, man. We'll try to get these out quick. I got a couple of, just maybe one EV play on here. And I want you guys to get to it before it gets bumped or taken down. So we'll go. Jabari Smith is next. Jabari Smith Jr. My bad, y'all. This pollen's still on my ass. Jabari Smith Jr. over 5.5 rebounds and assists. -130 favorite over on Bet 365. He's got a 90% hit rate over his last 10 games. 80% hit rate over his last 5. 80% hit rate over a 20-game span, and 100% head-to-head. And we'll check that out. No, I'm not. I don't consider that head-to-head. Not for me. Over 20 games, he's averaging 7.2 rebounds and assists. And over 10 games, 7.7, damn near 8 rebounds and assists over 10 games. They got it at 5.5 at -130. Going up against the Denver Nuggets. And they are ranked 3rd in rebounds allowed and 28th in assists allowed. Versus the power forwards, 11th and 10th. And pace factor is pace up for Jabari. So yeah, Jabari Smith over 5.5 rebounds and assists. All right, before we get into the next part, real quick, I'm going to show you how to use these plays that's in this video to take Jake Paul's money. For those of you that don't know, Jake Paul owns the BetterPicks app, and BetterPicks is just a DFS pick'em app just like PrizePicks and Underdog. First, we need to make sure that Betr is available to you in the state that you live in. If your state is highlighted in purple, then you are good to go. Now, one thing I can say about Betr is they have a lot of lucrative promos and discounted plays almost every single day. So when you first sign up for Betr, they have a $250 no sweat entry. Basically, that means that your first play on Betr is insured up to $250. For example, you place your first entry on Betr for $250 and it wins. That money is yours. You can withdraw that money. The link is below in the description for the BetterPicks app. Just use code DRAFTLEAGUE to take advantage of this promo. And once you do that, tap into the Discord and sweat your first entry with the Draft League community. So we'll keep it moving to Tari Eason. This is an EV play, as I mentioned. Pinnacle got it at a -146 over on BetMGM. You can get it at a -110. So there's where your value is at. If you are got BetMGM available, that's extreme value for you over there. But he's got an 80% hit rate over his last 10, 80% hit rate over his last 5, and 70% over a 20-game span. Going up against Denver. I think I just did this pace factor for Denver. Let's see. Yeah, we did. So it's a pace up spot for Eason to go over 11.5 points. Did I not mention that? Eason, we're taking him over 11.5 points. -110 at DraftKings, -120 at FanDuel. And like I said, Pinnacle, one of the sharpest sports books in the industry, got him at a -146. So yeah, give me Tari Eason over 11.5 rebounds. Over 11.5 points, my bad. No need to overthink it. Lock it in and keep it moving. And damn, I'm tripping. I got Jabari Smith on here twice. What? How the hell did that happen? Over 4.5 rebounds. Man, I'm going to have to try to find y'all on another play. I didn't know I had Jabari Smith on here twice. FanDuel got it at a -152. I mean, but you can play either one, I guess. 80% hit rate in his last 10, 80% last 5, 100% head-to-head, 75% over 20-game span. And, yeah, I'm not counting those. That's in 2023. And last 10 games, he's averaging 6.5 rebounds. So that's Jabari Smith Jr. again. I did not know I did it twice. That's my bad. Yeah, for his rebounds, over 4.5 rebounds. And that would be my phone going off. My bad, guys. All right, next we got Max Strus. Over 12.5 points and assists. DraftKings got it at a -120, FanDuel -125. He's got an 80% hit rate over his last 10 games, 80% hit rate over his last 5, 75% clip over a 20-game span, head-to-head 67%. Let's see what he did. And, I mean, I guess you could count this from December. He only had 4, so he did go under in the most recent matchup, last 10 games. Last 10 games, he's averaging 14.5 points and assists over his last 10. But I trust Strus, man. I trust Strus here. So I'm taking it over 12.5 points and assists with Strus. And I played him a couple of times before. I think I played him here and here, maybe here too. So this could be just a one-off. Who they played? That was against Phoenix. So yeah, man, give me Max Strus over 12.5 points and assists. And let me just hop back over to the props. See if I can pull another one out for you guys. Since I put Jabari Smith on there twice. Hopefully don't make the video too long. But you're going to have to bear with me now. You're going to find another one I like here. But this is my process. I just got my filter on, guys, for in case anybody's wondering how I find these plays over on OUTLIER. And I put my own little filter in to filter out the credentials or whatever you want to call it, parameters that I don't want or that I do want. But anyway, let's see. They got Beasley under 20.5 points and rebounds. I don't know if I want to go against Beasley there. Let's see who's out. Hardaway exited Friday's game against the Mavs. Had a walking boot post game, and there's clarity on the extent. But now there is clarity on the extent of the injury. Hardaway could miss at least a few games depending on the severity of the sprain. With him on the sidelines, expect Malik Beasley to move into the starting role as his replacement. Man, I know ain't no way I'm taking Beasley under there. If they're going to have Beasley starting, I might just switch this to over. Points and rebounds, they got it at under 20.5. Let's see, Beasley without Tim Hardaway. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I'm going to try to make it quick. Without Hardaway. Boom. Yeah, see, he's going over. Without Hardaway, man, come on. We taking him over, guys. We're going to take Beasley over. Let me go ahead and... Over 20.5 points and rebounds for Beasley. Give me that. So we added Beasley to the picks. And you can see New Orleans ranked 26 in points allowed, 26 in rebounds allowed. And versus shooting guard position, 6th and 9th. But yeah, give me Beasley, man. If he gonna get the start and get more minutes, definitely give me Beasley. So we just added Malik Beasley over 20.5 points in rebounds, and that is it. I'll do a quick summary just in case. And all of these plays are available on Underdog if you want to plug them in on Underdog. We got Derrick Jones Jr. over 9.5 PRA. We got Jabari Smith Jr. over 5.5 rebounds and assists. We got Tari Eason, positive EV play over 11.5 points. We got Jabari Smith Jr. again over 4.5 rebounds. Max Strus over 12.5 points and assists. And then we got a last addition with Malik Beasley over 20.5 points and rebounds. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks for joining me once again. Good luck on all your player props. Good luck on all your slips. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I am out.